Okay, the front material finish attribute works hand in hand with the door and drawer front type attributes. If you notice, they're in a very similar grouping in terms of the way that they're set up inside of the product attribute. Now the ID is simply a marker for a door. So say you want to write formulas or validations or different things off of a unique ID for the door. This is there to allow you to do that, but currently, out of the template, it isn't using this ID using this ID yet. So that's there for you to be able to use. Material validator functions hand in hand with the door and drawer front type material validators. So say for example a door that is a decorative surface here needs to also be a decorative surface over in the other ones. If they're a 1 and a 1, the system will allow it. If the door is a 2 and this is a 1 and it's selected here, it's going to throw a validation on the product as we've covered in the other ones. Pricing ID is currently not being used but is built into the system for future use as we build out things outside of just a square foot price. Square foot price is added to the cost of the door. So you'll take your door cost that we've covered already, door and drawer front costs, and it will add the square foot pricing for this particular finish and or material. So say for example, over in the other side you have a slab decorative surface door and you're charging $9 a square foot, and that is your base cost, and white you're not going to upcharge anything for it, you would leave this as 0. As soon as you change, it will add $9 a square foot, plus they choose gray, adds a couple dollars more a square foot, it will add that $2 a square foot here if you added a 2. So the square foot cost is what it costs you for the material. Now this is if you're going to be using a margin, a square foot plus or a cost plus margin model. You need to know the cost of this material plus the margin, 1 plus the margin, so it will be timesing it by 1 plus the margin. So this will be the value that you want to get up and on top of the material. Waste yield is pretty explanatory. How much are you going to be throwing in the garbage can out of a typical sheet? Export. This is to an export value in case you need to send the export name to something for other systems. Sheet square footage is how many square feet are in that particular sheet. Thickness, thickness of the material. Weight, weight of one unit. The material is also an export name and or a material that is going to be made out of.